Today on Tricks Fix, we're going over how to Gumbi with power. Step 1, find your setup. So what I mean by this is you have to relate Gumbi to a setup you're already good at so you can compare the differences. Gumbi is not like the other ones where you can just do it a lot of times. It's super technical. There's a lot of small pieces to it. So you have to compare it to your master screw or your TDR. And by doing so, you'll learn how to gain power out of it because you'll already be gaining power out of these other setups you're good at. Step 2 is find your Gumbi setup. So what I mean by this is figure out if you're going to be using front swing or if you're going to be using cheat steps. So depending on the one that you use the most. So if you use master screw, maybe you'll be better at front swing. And if you use TDR more, you'll probably be better at Vantage. Don't use the one that you see everybody using. Use the one that works best for you and just make sure that you try both enough times to see which one is working better. And make sure you use other setups to make you comfortable as well. So like if you're good at TDR, swipe TDR or hook TDR, then maybe you should use that in your Gumbi as well to create the repetition or just the comfortability. Step 3 is compare your setups. So make sure that your Gumbi is looking like your other setups in the sense that halfway through the trick you're hitting the same positions. So your power positions, there's a power position. They are a little different because they're little different tricks, but my hands are coming up right as my foot is coming around in both tricks here. So right before my right foot meets my left, my hands are off the floor, which means my chest is coming up for the G switch, and make sure you're comparing them with the same move at the end as well. Step 4 is learn your Gumbi triggers. So every trick has triggers. I'm going to go over that more in depth in another video, but specifically for Gumbi, putting your weight onto your right hand and then transferring it onto the left is my biggest trigger. Also making sure that your direction of motion is staying the same. So if there's a line that points in the direction that you're headed, make sure that your right hand is going on the left side of the line and your left hand is going on the right side of the line, so that you're creating that bridge motion that you want. And also make sure that your left foot is swinging hard enough all the way through, just like in your TDR. And the big thing with Gumbi, make sure that you're trying different types of Gumbis too. Don't just do regular Gumbi. Do Gumbi swipe and Gumbi, anything. A-twist Gumbi, all that kind of stuff. Because doing the new ones might force you to learn something new about it that you didn't know before.